Had Marcel Brands got his way, then he would have been watching Moise Kean score for Everton a year before he did. The young striker's first Everton goal, a low strike against Newcastle United in front of the Gladys Street, was 12 months in the making for the director of football. Brands had started tracking Kean when at PSV Eindhoven, but it was at Everton in January 2019 when he made his move, lodging an offer with Juventus. The Dutchman had asked the Italian giants about the possibility of taking Kean on loan until the end of the season, but had the request knocked back. Everton would be repeatedly linked with a move for Chelsea's Michy Batshuayi, among several others, but the club made it clear they were not interested in him and that the money would not be spent on anyone else. Loans were not ruled out, however, and so Brands made an inquiry over the 18-year-old Kean. Juve turned him down, citing the teenager's improvements, a goal in December's Coppa Italia match with Bologna, and how he had become an important part of the squad. His run of 6 goals in as many Serie A games in a period that stretched between March and April vindicated their decision to keep hold of him and left Brands concerned that the teenager striker's price tag would rocket and that he would remain out of reach when the transfer market reopened again. Scouting reports only strengthened the director of football's belief that Kean would be Everton's #1 attacking target in the summer as the club searched for young players with the potential to improve and at a price tag they could fit into a strict budget. On August the 4th, 2019, Everton completed the signing of Kean on a 5-year deal, with the hope that joining the Blues would offer him the chance to play regularly at the highest level despite his young age. An initial fee of around £25 million was agreed, with add-ons potentially taking it to £27 million, and crucially for the Blues, they ensured there would be no buyback option. He was included in the squad for the opening day game at Crystal Palace. Coming off the bench, he was met with an electric reception from the Blues fans at Selhurst Park. From that first taste of the Premier League to scoring his first goal against Newcastle, he has needed to be patient. His full debut in the Premier League came against Wolves, with his second league start in the following month against Sheffield United, but his time on the pitch dwindled as Marco Silva realised his adaptation would not be swift. The decision to start him wide on the right in a 4-2-3-1 system in the Carabao Cup tie with Watford in October lasted just 45 minutes and drew criticism from Marco Silva, and rumours grew that his omission from the squad to play Southampton the following month was because the Portuguese coach did not rate him. Of course, Silva did, publicly and privately talking positively about Kean and his vast potential, but also cautioning that he needed time to adapt and that the level of expectation was unfair. Brought on at Old Trafford by caretaker boss Duncan Ferguson, Kean was subbed off 18 minutes later, with Everton trying to protect the point. Talk of him being loaned back to a club in Italy would intensify thereafter, even though it was dismissed, but the arrival of Carlo Ancelotti and the revelation that he tried to sign him at Napoli was a timely confidence boost. Earlier in the season, those inside the Finch farm had been looking at the way Romelu Lukaku's loan to West Bromwich Albion as a 19-year-old had been managed in the first half of the season, before he was handed a more prominent role as the campaign passed the halfway mark, and the feeling was it offered a decent guide for anyone trying to understand Kean's limited game time to that point. After 24 league games in the 2012-13 season, Lukaku, who already had some Premier League experience from the previous year with Chelsea, had made 22 appearances, with just less than half of them starts. Kean scoring for Everton may have come 12 months later than Brands would have liked, but as he watched the youngsters' standout display at Goodison against Newcastle, he is sure to have reflected that he was well worth the wait.